You were not born to chase money, you were born to attract it. From the very first breath you took, the universe placed within you an invisible current, the energy of abundance, the vibration of creation, the frequency of wealth. But somewhere along the journey, you were taught to doubt it. You were told that money is hard to earn, that success belongs to the few, that wealth requires struggle, and you believed it. But hear this truth: money has always been waiting for the moment you remember who you are. You were never meant to beg for abundance, you were designed to radiate it. Every thought you think, every emotion you hold, sends a message to the universe. When you say, money is difficult, you push it away. When you say, money flows easily to me, you open the gates of prosperity. The universe does not respond to words, it responds to vibration, and your vibration is shaped by your belief. Money is not a reward for effort. It is a reflection of energy. You can work 12 hours a day and still feel empty if your energy is rooted in fear. But one moment of faith, one act of gratitude, one clear intention, that's the spark that begins the flow. When your mind and spirit align, doors start to open effortlessly. You meet people at the right time. You receive ideas that light your path. You begin to notice that life is not a battle, it's a dance. The universe is generous, but it can only match your frequency. So if you vibrate scarcity, it mirrors scarcity. If you vibrate abundance, it sends abundance. So pause for a moment, breathe deeply. Say to yourself, I am ready to receive, because readiness is power. Gratitude is your magnet, faith is your foundation, and peace is your currency. Stop asking, when will I get money? And start saying, I am already connected to wealth. When you stop chasing, you begin attracting. Let go of the how, let go of the timeline, focus on your why. Why do you want wealth? To uplift others, to free your family, to express your gift to the world. That why becomes your energy signature, and money, the servant of purpose, rushes toward it. Forgive the past, release the guilt, the mistakes, the losses, the missed chances. They were lessons, not punishments. Every experience was preparing you to hold more, handle more, become more. Now, align your emotions with what you desire. Feel wealthy before you see wealth. When you feel it first, the world has no choice but to rearrange itself to reflect your inner state. Money flows toward calm confidence. It rushes toward faith. It follows those who know they are worthy of it. You were not born to fear lack. You were born to command abundance. The power is not outside you, it's within you. So today, stand tall, speak with conviction, act with gratitude, and live as though the universe is already responding, because it is. You were born to attract money. You were born to manifest miracles. You were born to thrive, and today, that truth awakens. You were never meant to struggle for money, you were meant to align with it. From the moment you arrived in this world, you were designed to live in the flow of abundance, not in the fear of scarcity. But the world taught you something different. It taught you that money is hard to earn, that you must fight for it, chase it, and sacrifice your peace to get it. It taught you that wealth belongs only to a few lucky ones, that you must somehow prove yourself worthy before life rewards you. But that is not the truth. The truth is that money has always been a reflection of your energy. It does not belong to anyone. It flows, it circulates, it moves toward those who vibrate in harmony with it. When you stop seeing money as a mountain to climb and start seeing it as a river that flows, you begin to understand that the key is not in chasing, but in aligning. Alignment means becoming one with the frequency of abundance. It is not something you do. It is something you allow. You allow yourself to feel deserving, to feel capable, to feel ready. When you are aligned, you no longer act out of desperation. You act out of clarity. Your actions stop being random attempts to survive and become intentional expressions of abundance. You begin to understand that you are not separate from the energy that creates money, you are part of it. Money is energy. It is the physical reflection of value, belief, and flow. When you align your mind, emotions, and spirit with the vibration of abundance, you stop blocking the flow that was meant for you all along. Look at nature. The trees do not compete for sunlight. The rivers do not struggle to flow. Everything in nature receives exactly what it needs effortlessly, in rhythm with the universe. You are part of that same system. You were never meant to fight against the current. You were meant to flow with it. The only reason you feel separated from money is because of the thoughts that tell you you are not enough. The moment you change that belief, the current of abundance starts to move in your favor. You see, life is not withholding anything from you. It's your own energy that determines what you attract. The person who constantly says, "I don't have enough," is not punished by the universe. They are simply vibrating in scarcity. The one who believes, "Everything I need is already on its way," starts seeing opportunities appear effortlessly. Money is not moral or emotional. It does not judge who deserves it. It simply responds to energy. If your energy is open, calm, and confident, money recognizes that vibration and flows toward it. If your energy is fearful, resistant, or desperate, money feels repelled by it. The more you chase it with fear, the faster it runs away. The more you relax into trust, the easier it finds you. That is why alignment is so powerful. It doesn't mean doing less, it means doing from a higher place. When you act from fear, every step feels heavy. When you act from faith, every step feels guided. Alignment makes your actions magnetic. You could make one phone call, send one email, meet one person, and that single moment could shift your entire financial reality. Because aligned action is powerful, it carries the vibration of clarity, purpose, and abundance. You may have noticed that when you are at peace, things seem to fall into place almost effortlessly. You meet people by chance who help you. You find solutions when you stop forcing them. You receive inspiration when you're calm. That's alignment in motion. Money is simply another reflection of that same principle. It moves through peace. It follows clarity. It is drawn to joy. So if you want to attract more money, you must first stop believing that struggle is necessary. Struggle is not a sign of worthiness. It is a sign of resistance. You cannot hold faith and fear in the same hand. You must choose which vibration you'll live in. When you believe that you are meant to live abundantly, the universe aligns every resource to match that belief. When you think you must suffer for success, you unknowingly block the very abundance that wants to reach you. Think of your mind as the magnet. What you think and feel determines what you pull into your experience. If your magnet is charged with worry, doubt, and scarcity, you will only attract situations that reinforce those feelings. But when your magnet is charged with gratitude, confidence, and faith, you begin to attract prosperity without strain. The shift is internal before it becomes external. You can't expect wealth to appear in your hands if poverty lives in your thoughts. The moment you think from abundance, you step into alignment with it. Alignment is also about self-worth. Many people think they want more money, but deep inside they feel unworthy of it. They say they desire wealth, but they carry guilt, shame, or fear about having it. They worry about what others will think if they become successful. They fear losing it. These hidden emotions send mixed signals to the universe. The moment you decide that you are worthy of abundance, that it is your natural right, those mixed signals disappear. Worthiness opens the channel. The secret is to stop chasing and start becoming. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Become the person who believes that money is a natural companion, not an elusive dream. Speak about money with love, not fear. Treat it with respect, not desperation. When you pay for something, Do it with gratitude, not resentment. Every small interaction with money carries energy, and that energy multiplies. If you pay your bills while thinking, "I never have enough," you reinforce lack. If you pay them thinking, "I am grateful I can afford this," you reinforce flow. Money responds to gratitude faster than it does to effort. Effort is physical, gratitude is spiritual, and spirit always precedes matter. The more thankful you are for what you have, the more life gives you to be thankful for. This is not wishful thinking, it's energetic law. What you focus on expands. If you constantly focus on what you lack, you amplify lack. If you focus on what's already abundant, you amplify abundance. There's nothing wrong with wanting more money. Wanting more is natural because expansion is the essence of life. But your desire should come from joy, not fear. You attract abundance not by worrying about what you don't have, but by celebrating what you already do. You align with abundance when you trust that the universe is already moving on your behalf. Even when you can't see the results yet, the energy is shifting. When you finally understand that you were never meant to chase money, but to align with it, everything begins to change. You stop living from reaction and start living from creation. You stop doubting your path and start trusting your power. You start seeing money not as something outside of you, but as something that flows through you. You were not born to struggle. You were not born to live in fear. You were born to express abundance, to circulate wealth, to live in harmony with the rhythm of prosperity. The more you align with that truth, the more natural wealth becomes. You were born with the vibration of abundance already inside you. The world may have taught you to forget it, but your soul never did. All you have to do is remember that you are connected to everything you seek, that money is not something to earn, but something to allow. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with faith, gratitude, and peace, you begin to attract money effortlessly, naturally, and consistently. You were never meant to struggle for it. You were meant to align with it, and when you do, the flow never ends. Your beliefs about money are the foundation upon which your entire financial reality is built. Every decision you make, every opportunity you recognize or ignore, every limit you experience in wealth, it all traces back to what you truly believe about money deep within your subconscious mind. You might think money is just numbers, paper, or digital balance, but in truth, it is energy responding to the vibration of your belief system. The way you think about money either invites it in or pushes it away. Belief is the language the universe understands. It doesn't matter what you say with your mouth if your energy says something else. You can affirm abundance 1,000 times, but if deep inside you still believe that money is hard to get, the universe responds to that deeper vibration. The outer world always echoes the inner truth. Most people inherit their beliefs about money long before they ever earn a dollar. They watch their parents struggle, hear adults argue over bills, feel the anxiety in a home where lack is a constant shadow, and unknowingly form the belief that money causes pain, or there's never enough. As they grow older, these beliefs harden into invisible walls. They start to believe that wealth belongs to a select few, people with better luck, more talent, or more privilege, and because they believe it, their subconscious mind works tirelessly to make it true. It filters out opportunities that could lead to abundance and focuses only on proof that life is difficult. The truth is, the subconscious mind is always loyal to your beliefs. Whatever you believe, it creates. If you think money is evil, your mind will protect you from it. If you think money is scarce, your mind will make sure you never find enough of it. If you think money is beautiful, generous, and abundant, your mind will begin to attract situations and people that confirm that belief. The universe doesn't discriminate between good or bad. It simply matches your frequency. This is why some people who don't work as hard seem to attract more abundance than those who labor endlessly. Their vibration of wealth is pure. They believe it's possible, and that belief creates the reality. Belief is not a concept, it's a feeling. It's the inner knowing that something is true even before you see it. That's why faith and belief are inseparable. When you believe, you don't wait for proof, you are the proof. You begin to think, act, and feel like the person who already lives in abundance. The universe then mirrors that identity by sending the people, the ideas, and the timing that align with your vibration. Belief turns thoughts into matter. It's the bridge between the invisible and the visible, between thought and form. Every time you say, "I can't afford this," you are writing a command to the universe. When you say, "I always have enough," you are writing a different command. Words are powerful, but it's the belief behind them that makes them magnetic. Many people recite affirmations, but few actually believe them. The goal isn't to repeat words, it's to transform the feeling behind the words. When you truly feel that money is your ally, not your enemy, your energy changes, and everything around you begins to shift. You stop worrying about how money will come, because your belief already tells you it will. Money is a mirror. It reflects your emotions, your confidence, and your self-worth. If you secretly feel undeserving, money will confirm that by staying distant. If you see yourself as abundant, money will find ways to reflect that abundance back to you. Your financial reality is not an accident. It's an echo of your internal world. Changing your outer world starts with reprogramming the beliefs that live in your inner one. You cannot hold on to scarcity and expect abundance. You cannot believe in limitation and expect freedom. Transformation begins with awareness. Ask yourself, what do I really believe about money? Do I think it's limited? Do I think I need to work endlessly to get it? Do I secretly resent those who have it? Every honest answer reveals a program that either serves you or sabotages you. Once you see it, you can rewrite it. You can tell yourself money is energy and energy flows to me with ease. You can affirm the universe supports me financially. But don't just say it feel it. Imagine that truth filling every cell of your body until you no longer hope it's true. You know it's true. Belief is powerful because it shapes perception. Two people can look at the same world and see entirely different opportunities. One sees lack everywhere, the other sees potential in everything. The difference is not luck or intelligence, it's belief. When you believe money is around every corner, your brain begins to notice new possibilities. You overhear a conversation that leads to a job. You meet someone who needs your skill. You find inspiration to start something new. These are not coincidences, they're confirmations. The world is always reflecting your inner frequency. Changing your belief about money doesn't mean pretending you're rich when you're not. It means aligning your emotions with abundance before you see it. You don't need to fake it, you need to feel it. Gratitude helps you do that. When you start being grateful for the money you already have, even if it's small, you tell the universe that you're in the vibration of having. Gratitude transforms your belief from "I don't have enough" to "I always have what I need." And from that vibration, more flows in. Gratitude opens the door that doubt once kept closed. You must also stop repeating stories that keep you trapped in limitation. Every time you say, "It's hard to make money in this economy," you reinforce the belief that keeps it hard. Every time you say, "Money always comes to me in expected and unexpected ways," you strengthen the belief that invites flow. You are the author of your financial story. Every word, every thought, every belief is a chapter. Choose your story wisely, because the universe is always listening. Beliefs can't be changed overnight, but they can be rewritten with consistency. It begins with awareness, continues with repetition, and becomes permanent through emotional certainty. Visualize yourself living in abundance, not as fantasy, but as a preview of your truth. Feel the security, the joy, the freedom. The more often you feel that vibration, the stronger it becomes. Eventually, it replaces the old belief. You don't force this process, you allow it. The moment you start believing differently, the energy around you reorganizes to match that belief. Money responds to your belief more than your labor. You can work endlessly, but if your belief says, "I am limited," the result will match that belief. On the other hand, when you believe that you are an open channel for abundance, work becomes effortless, ideas flow, and wealth feels natural. You stop fighting against life and start co-creating with it. The struggle fades because you are no longer acting from lack, you are acting from alignment. You were not born to fear money or chase it endlessly. You were born to command it through belief, intention, and peace. When you shift your inner narrative from "I need money" to "I attract money," you stop being the seeker and become the source. Belief turns you into a magnet for everything you desire. The power has always been within you, not in luck, not in circumstance, not in anyone else's approval. Once you believe that, the outer world simply catches up to the truth your soul already knew. Money responds to energy, not effort alone. You can work for years, exhaust yourself, follow every plan, and still feel like something invisible is blocking your success. That invisible force is your energy, the emotional frequency you live in day to day. The truth is, money doesn't flow to the hardest worker. It flows to the most aligned worker. When your effort is fueled by frustration, fear, or desperation, it carries a vibration of lack. But when your actions are powered by joy, confidence, and certainty, they carry a vibration of abundance. The universe isn't keeping score of your hours, it's listening to your energy. You could spend your whole life chasing results through physical effort, but until your energy matches abundance, the flow of money will always feel inconsistent. The law of energy is simple: everything vibrates. Thoughts vibrate, emotions vibrate, and the vibration you hold most often becomes your reality. When your energy is heavy with doubt or fear, you block the current of abundance that's naturally flowing toward you. You can't receive wealth while sending out the vibration of worry. You can't receive freedom while vibrating anxiety. Energy doesn't lie. It's like a radio frequency. If you're tuned to scarcity, you'll never hear the music of prosperity, no matter how loud it plays. You must change your inner frequency to match the wealth you want to experience. Think about the times when money came to you easily, when opportunities seemed to appear without struggle, when someone offered help, when you received a surprise payment or gift. What was your state then? Calm, open, grateful. You weren't chasing or forcing. You were aligned. That's the key. The energy of ease attracts more. When you release tension around money, you create space for it to flow. The more relaxed you are about receiving, the easier receiving becomes. Money doesn't want to come to chaos. It flows through order, peace, and confidence. It's not that effort doesn't matter, it's that effort without aligned energy leads to burnout. Action is the vehicle, but energy is the fuel. You can drive the car all you want, but if your fuel tank is filled with fear, you'll never get far. Energy gives meaning to your effort. A small action taken with clear, confident, positive energy is worth more than 1,000 actions taken with doubt. One idea born in inspiration can create more wealth than a decade of struggle. That's how the universe works. It mirrors the energy behind your movement. When you love what you're doing, when you believe in your purpose, when you take action with trust instead of fear, money recognizes that energy. It begins to find you in ways you can't predict, through people, timing, opportunities, and synchronicities that seem to come out of nowhere. That's not luck, that's alignment. You're tuned into the frequency of wealth, and the universe has no choice but to deliver what matches your signal. You become magnetic to the things that resonate with your vibration. That's why some people can work less and attract more, not because they're smarter or luckier, but because their energy is clean, open, and confident. You must understand that money is a form of energy exchange. When you give your energy to the world through service, ideas, love, or creativity, that energy returns to you in material form, often as money. But if you give from fear or scarcity, that energy is distorted. You might still receive, but it won't feel fulfilling or stable. The key is to give from overflow, not emptiness. When you work from a place of abundance, from joy, excitement, and passion, you pour out energy that carries a high vibration, and that's exactly what the universe returns to you. If you're constantly exhausted and anxious about money, it's not your effort that needs changing, it's your energy. You need to recharge your vibration before you try to change your results. Take moments to breathe, to center yourself, to remember that the universe is not against you. It is waiting for you to stop resisting. Your calmness invites flow. Your panic blocks it. Have you ever noticed that when you finally stop worrying about something, it suddenly works out? That's the power of energy. The moment you release the tight grip of control, the natural flow of life returns, bringing what you were chasing all along. Money follows certainty. When you believe you deserve it, when you act as if it's already part of your reality, your energy becomes magnetic. The universe doesn't respond to begging, it responds to being. The person who says, "I hope money comes," sends out a vibration of doubt. The person who says, "Money always finds me," sends out a vibration of confidence. The difference between the two isn't words, it's energy. When you start walking, talking, and thinking like someone who already lives in abundance, life begins to mirror that identity. Think of it like planting seeds. Effort is planting, but energy is the soil. If your soil is filled with fear, impatience, or disbelief, nothing will grow no matter how many seeds you plant. But if your soil is rich with faith, gratitude, and trust, even a single seed will bloom into something extraordinary. That's why two people can work in the same field, with the same tools, and one thrives while the other struggles. Their outer actions are similar, but their inner energy is worlds apart. If you want to attract more money, start by asking yourself, what energy am I bringing to it? Are you approaching it with gratitude or anxiety, with trust or tension? Energy is communication, and money listens to it. When you feel unworthy or fearful, money hears rejection. When you feel deserving and grateful, money hears invitation. The way you feel about money determines how it feels about you. The moment you start treating it with respect and joy instead of worry, it begins to respond differently. Every emotion you feel when thinking about money becomes part of your financial frequency. Guilt, shame, and fear lower your vibration. Peace, joy, and gratitude raise it. You cannot attract abundance from the vibration of guilt or fear. You must heal that energy first. Forgive yourself for past mistakes, for debts, for missed chances. Release the emotional weight that keeps you tied to scarcity. The more emotionally free you are, the more energetically open you become. That openness is the space where wealth enters. The truth is, money is not waiting for you to work harder, it's waiting for you to rise higher. The more you elevate your vibration, the easier everything becomes. You'll notice that people start saying yes to you more often. Ideas will come naturally. Opportunities that once felt distant will suddenly appear. That's the power of aligned energy. You begin to move with the rhythm of abundance instead of pushing against it. Money doesn't care about your effort. It cares about your energy. It flows to those who act with clarity, confidence, and joy. It is drawn to peace. It is magnetized by faith. You can hustle endlessly in fear and achieve little, or you can move with trust and attract everything you need. The difference is invisible, but the results are undeniable. When your energy and effort become one, you stop chasing money and money starts chasing you. The universe operates on faith, not fear. Everything in existence is guided by invisible laws, and faith is one of the greatest among them. Faith is not simply belief, it is the vibration of trust that connects you with the unseen power that shapes your life. Fear, on the other hand, is resistance. It blocks the natural flow of abundance that is trying to reach you. You cannot hold both faith and fear at the same time. One must always lead. When faith leads, life unfolds with grace. When fear leads, everything feels like a struggle. The universe is always responding to your emotional frequency, and it rewards faith because faith is alignment with truth. Fear is separation from it. Faith is knowing that even when you can't see the full picture, something greater is guiding you toward what's meant for you. It's the calm within the storm, the light that doesn't flicker even when everything seems uncertain. Most people think faith means waiting for proof before believing, but in reality, it's the opposite. Faith is believing before the proof arrives. It's the energy that says, I trust life to take care of me, even if I can't see how. That vibration of trust is magnetic. It opens invisible doors and calls forth opportunities that your logical mind could never plan. Fear, however, operates from lack. It whispers, what if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? And every time you listen to those thoughts, you lower your vibration. You begin to close the doors that faith was opening for you. Fear makes you chase, grasp, and worry. It makes you forget that you are supported. Faith, on the other hand, is surrender. It's not passive, it's powerful. It means releasing control of the how, and trusting that the universe already knows the way. When you move through life with faith, your energy becomes calm, certain, and radiant, and that's the exact frequency that abundance recognizes. When you live in faith, you live in flow. Life begins to feel effortless. You start noticing synchronicities. A call comes just when you needed it. An opportunity arises at the perfect time. An idea appears exactly when you were ready for it. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The universe is showing you that your faith is working. The more you trust, the more aligned you become, and the more you attract. Faith says, I am supported. Fear says, I am alone. And the universe mirrors whichever one you choose to believe. Faith doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means redefining it. It means looking at your current circumstances and saying, this may be where I am, but it's not where I'm staying. Fear looks at the same situation and says, this is permanent. Faith says, this is temporary. Your energy determines which of those beliefs will manifest. Fear locks you into limitation. Faith expands you into possibility. The two cannot coexist because they carry opposite vibrations. Fear contracts. Faith expands. Fear closes the heart. Faith opens it. Fear builds walls. Faith builds bridges. Every great transformation begins with faith. Every miracle, every success story, every moment of abundance started with someone who chose to believe before seeing. They acted on inner knowing, not external evidence. They trusted that their desire was valid and their vision was possible. And that trust became the magnetic force that pulled resources, people, and ideas into their path. Faith is creation in motion. It's the energy that turns thoughts into reality. When you operate from fear, you send mixed signals to the universe. You might say, I want to attract money. but your energy says, I don't believe I can. You might affirm abundance, but your vibration is anchored in doubt. The universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your energy. So even if you speak the language of faith, if your heart vibrates with fear, you'll still attract experiences that match that vibration. True faith begins when you replace fearful thoughts with trusting ones, not just in speech, but in feeling. Faith is not blind, it's intelligent. It understands that everything happens in perfect timing. It knows that rejection is redirection, that delays are protection, that what's yours cannot miss you. Fear makes you panic when things don't happen immediately. Faith reminds you that divine timing is always on schedule. When you surrender your timeline, you align with the universal flow. You stop forcing and start allowing. You stop pushing and start receiving. That's when abundance finds you effortlessly. Living in faith also means releasing the need for control. Control is born from fear, the fear that things won't work unless you manipulate every detail. But control creates tension, and tension blocks flow. Faith is relaxation. It says, I will do my part, and the universe will handle the rest. That relaxed energy creates space for miracles. When you stop trying to control how and when money comes, it starts coming in ways you never expected. Life loves a trusting heart because trust keeps the channel open. You have to remember that fear is just faith inverted. It's believing in the wrong outcome. It's trusting that things will go wrong instead of right. Both faith and fear require belief. The question is, which one are you feeding? Every thought, every emotion is either an investment in faith or in fear. The more you invest in faith, the more life multiplies your return. The more you invest in fear, the more lack you experience. You have the power to choose your frequency every moment. When you find yourself afraid, don't fight the fear, observe it. Breathe through it. Replace it with one powerful thought. Everything is working in my favor. Feel that vibration until it becomes your truth. Fear cannot survive in the presence of trust. It dissolves when you remember that the universe has never abandoned you, that life has always carried you, that everything you've survived so far is proof of divine guidance. Faith is your greatest wealth. It's the unseen currency that creates every form of abundance in your life. You can lose money and regain it. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But if you lose faith, you lose your connection to the source of all creation. Faith is what turns energy into matter. It's the bridge between where you are and where you're meant to be. When you walk that bridge step by step, even without knowing what's on the other side, the path lights up as you go. The universe does not respond to fear because fear speaks in the language of separation. It responds to faith because faith speaks in the language of unity. Faith says, I am one with abundance. Fear says, I am separate from it. The moment you choose faith over fear, you shift your vibration from scarcity to abundance, from doubt to confidence, from waiting to receiving. You begin to live as though life is happening for you, not against you. That's when the miracles start. That's when doors open that logic cannot explain. That's when you realize that faith is not hoping, it's knowing. It's the energy that whispers, I already have it, even before it appears. And when you reach that level of inner trust, the universe has no choice but to match it, because it always operates on faith, never fear. Gratitude is the gateway to wealth. It is the vibration that turns whatever you have into more. The energy of gratitude doesn't just acknowledge what is present, it multiplies it. When you are grateful, you tell the universe, I already have enough, and that vibration instantly attracts more to you. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into miracles and scarcity into abundance. It is one of the most magnetic forces in the universe because it aligns your heart with the frequency of receiving. The more you give thanks, the more reasons you're given to continue doing so. You see, most people spend their lives chasing what they don't have. They focus on what's missing, what's lacking, what hasn't yet arrived, but in doing so, they send out the vibration of absence. The universe only understands energy. It doesn't hear the words "I want" or "I need." It hears the frequency behind them, and "want" carries the vibration of not having. Need carries the vibration of desperation. Gratitude, on the other hand, carries the vibration of fulfillment, and fulfillment is what abundance responds to. When you wake up and immediately focus on what's wrong, you lower your frequency. But when you wake up and immediately focus on what's right, you raise it. Every morning you have two choices: to see what's missing or to celebrate what's already there. The moment you shift your attention to blessings, no matter how small, your energy begins to attract more blessings. That's how powerful gratitude is. It changes your inner world, which instantly changes your outer one. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means finding light in the middle of imperfection. It means saying, "I may not have everything I want yet, but I am thankful for what I do have." That statement alone is enough to realign your vibration with abundance. When you express genuine gratitude, your energy becomes expansive, your heart opens, your mind relaxes, you stop resisting life and you start receiving it. Gratitude is the vibration of acceptance, and acceptance is what allows prosperity to flow. Think about this. Money loves appreciation. When you appreciate it, it grows. When you complain about it, it shrinks. Every time you say, "I never have enough," you're pushing money away. Every time you say, "Thank you for what I have," you're calling more in. Gratitude tells the universe, "I am ready for more of this." Complaint tells the universe, "I am not satisfied." And the universe will always match your declaration. So if you want to attract more money, start appreciating every bit that flows your way, whether it's a small coin, a discount, or an unexpected gift. Each act of appreciation sends a signal of abundance. Even in moments when it feels like life is testing you, gratitude will shift everything. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" That simple question changes your energy from victimhood to empowerment. Gratitude turns obstacles into opportunities. It transforms pain into wisdom and delays into preparation. It allows you to see that everything, even the challenges, is serving your highest good. And when you vibrate in that understanding, you rise above limitation. You begin to see that abundance isn't something you chase. It's something you align with. Gratitude also rewires the mind. It shifts your mental focus from scarcity to sufficiency. When you consistently express thanks, you begin to train your subconscious to notice abundance everywhere. You start spotting opportunities that were always there but hidden behind your old beliefs. The more you acknowledge abundance, the more visible it becomes. Gratitude literally changes your perception, and when your perception changes, your reality follows. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well, but true power lies in being grateful when life challenges you. That's when gratitude becomes transformation. When you can thank the storm for shaping you, thank the delay for protecting you, and thank the detour for guiding you, you step into mastery. That level of gratitude doesn't just attract money, it attracts miracles. Because now you're no longer resisting life's flow, you're working with it, you're dancing with the universe. Try this daily, every morning or every night. List 5 things you're grateful for. Say them with feeling, not just words. Feel the gratitude expand in your heart. It might be simple things: your breath, your home, your health, your family, your opportunities. That energy will begin to build momentum. Soon, you'll start attracting experiences that match that frequency. Money will come more easily. Opportunities will open effortlessly. People will appear at the right time. Gratitude will become your magnetic field, Remember, gratitude is the language of abundance. It's the bridge between desire and manifestation. When you want more money, start by blessing what you already have. When you want more success, celebrate every small victory. When you want more love, appreciate the love that already surrounds you. The law is simple: whatever you appreciate, appreciates. Gratitude expands what it touches. When you live in constant gratitude, you send a message to the universe that you trust it completely. You're saying, I know more is coming, and I'm thankful even before it arrives. That kind of faith-filled gratitude is irresistible to the universe. It responds with more abundance, more joy, more flow. And the beauty is, gratitude doesn't just bring more money, it brings peace. It brings clarity. It brings happiness that no material possession can replace. Because when you're truly grateful, you realize that you've always been abundant. The money, the success, the opportunities are just reflections of that inner truth. Your thoughts are magnetic. They are the architects of your reality. Every single thought you think sends out a frequency that attracts experiences, people, and circumstances that match it. You are constantly broadcasting energy into the universe, and the universe, like an infinite mirror, reflects that energy back to you. If your thoughts are filled with worry, doubt, and lack, you will see more of that reflected in your life. But if your thoughts are filled with confidence, abundance, and belief, the universe has no choice but to respond with blessings that mirror that vibration. Most people don't realize how powerful their minds truly are. They think thoughts are harmless, that they can think anything without consequence. But your thoughts are creative commands. Each one is a seed, and your life is the garden that reveals what you've been planting. If your inner dialogue constantly repeats, I never have enough money, things never work out for me, or I'm just unlucky, those words become energetic instructions to the universe. The universe doesn't argue or judge, it simply agrees. It says, as you wish. That's why awareness is everything. The moment you become conscious of your thoughts, you reclaim your power to create deliberately. When you shift from unconscious thinking to intentional thinking, your world begins to change rapidly. You start using your thoughts like a sculptor uses a chisel, carefully shaping the life you want instead of letting random beliefs shape it for you. It's not about forcing yourself to think positive all the time. It's about aligning your thoughts with your truth. Your truth is abundance. Your truth is power. Your truth is that you are always connected to the source of all creation. When you think thoughts that affirm this truth, you raise your frequency and magnetize the things that match it. It's important to understand that your outer world is just a reflection of your inner one. The money in your account, the opportunities in your path, the people in your life, all of it mirrors what's happening in your mind. That's why no real change can happen from the outside in. It must happen from the inside out. If you want to attract more money, don't start by chasing it, start by changing the thoughts that push it away. Replace thoughts of lack with thoughts of abundance. Replace fear with faith. Replace doubt with certainty. The moment your inner frequency shifts, your outer reality will begin to rearrange itself in your favor. Think of your mind as a radio station. You can't tune into a station playing the music of abundance while broadcasting static filled with worry. You have to tune your mental frequency to the vibration of what you want to receive. Want to attract wealth? Then think like someone who already has it. Imagine yourself living in abundance. Feel the emotions of financial freedom. Act from the mindset of prosperity, not poverty. This isn't pretending, it's aligning. When you vibrate as though your desire is already fulfilled, the universe aligns to match that frequency. You are not a victim of your circumstances, you are the creator of them. The moment you take responsibility for your energy, you step into mastery. Blaming others, the economy, or luck only reinforces powerlessness. But when you realize that your thoughts are the starting point of every experience, You reclaim authority over your destiny. You become intentional. You begin to design your life consciously, and that's when true transformation begins. Your thoughts also attract people. Ever notice how when you're in a positive mindset, supportive, uplifting people seem to show up? But when you're filled with negativity, you attract complainers, critics, and chaos. That's not coincidence, it's vibration. Like attracts like. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if you want to attract wealth, confidence, and success, you must become the embodiment of those things mentally and emotionally before they appear physically. Visualization is one of the most powerful ways to do this. When you visualize your goals with feeling, your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It starts creating neural pathways that align with the vision. You begin to act, speak, and think in ways that bring that vision to life. And as you do, the universe responds by sending you opportunities that match your new frequency. This is not fantasy, it's quantum law. Your thoughts shape your energetic field, and that field shapes your physical world. But here's the key consistency. You can't think abundance once and expect miracles. You must live in that frequency daily. Just like a muscle, your mindset strengthens with repetition. Every time you choose faith over fear, gratitude over complaint, possibility over limitation, you're training your energy. Eventually, it becomes natural. You stop reacting to the world, and the world starts reacting to you. There will be moments when negative thoughts sneak in, that's normal. The goal isn't to eliminate them, but to redirect them quickly. When you catch yourself thinking something limiting, pause and reframe it. Instead of "I can't afford that," think "money is flowing to me in new ways." Instead of "I'm not good enough," think "I am growing into the person who deserves this." That small shift changes your entire vibration. You're no longer aligning with lack, you're aligning with becoming. Every successful person, every visionary, every great creator understood this truth. Your thoughts create your reality. They guarded their minds like sacred temples, only allowing in beliefs that served their growth. You must do the same. You must become the gatekeeper of your mind. Only feed it with thoughts that align with the life you want to live. Every time you think abundantly, you add energy to your future. Every time you speak prosperity, you invite it closer. So guard your thoughts as you would guard your wealth, because they asterisk your wealth. They are the invisible currency that shapes everything visible. Once you understand that your thoughts are magnetic, you'll stop waiting for change and start creating it. You'll see that abundance isn't something you chase, it's something you think, feel, and become. And once your mind vibrates in alignment with prosperity, the universe will reflect that truth in every area of your life. Your words are spells. Every sentence you speak carries creative power. The universe is listening to you, echoing back what you declare with conviction. Each word you speak either builds your abundance or blocks it. The language you use daily becomes the energetic signature of your reality. If your words are filled with complaint, doubt, or limitation, you reinforce scarcity. But when your words are filled with gratitude, faith, and confidence, you magnetize prosperity. Your tongue is not just a tool of communication, it is a tool of creation. Many people sabotage their abundance without realizing it, simply through their speech. They say things like, "I can't afford this," "money never stays with me," or "I'm just unlucky." Those words may seem casual, but they carry energetic authority. The universe takes your words as instructions. Every time you speak lack, you invite lack. Every time you affirm limitation, you strengthen it. But the opposite is equally true. When you affirm abundance, you begin to summon it. When you speak victory, the vibration of success begins to surround you. Your words become a declaration of faith, a signal to the universe that says, I know abundance is mine. Words are not empty sounds, they are frequencies. Each syllable you utter sends a vibration into the world that ripples far beyond your awareness. The law of vibration teaches that everything responds to frequency, including money. Money is energy, and it gravitates toward confidence, gratitude, and clarity. When you speak with those energies, your words align with the frequency of wealth. But when you speak with fear, doubt, and frustration, your words repel it. That's why you must be conscious of what you say, especially when emotion is attached, because emotion charges your words with magnetic force. Start to notice your speech in everyday conversations. Do you speak about money with respect or resistance? Do you describe your dreams as inevitable or impossible? Each statement you make is either programming your mind for success or failure. For example, saying, I'm broke, tells your subconscious to keep you that way. Saying, I'm temporarily between blessings, shifts your energy toward expectancy. One closes doors, the other opens them. Your language defines your vibration, and your vibration defines your life. You have to learn to speak from vision, not from circumstance. Anyone can describe what they see, but creators declare what they desire. You may not have all the money you want right now, but speak as if it's already on its way. Instead of saying, I'm struggling financially, say, money is flowing to me in unexpected and wonderful ways. That's not delusion, that's alignment. The universe responds to certainty, not complaint. When you speak faith, you give form to the unseen. You give permission for abundance to manifest through your words. Even ancient wisdom across cultures recognized this truth, that words carry the power of life and death. They can bless or curse, uplift or destroy. Every great teacher has taught the same principle: as you speak, so shall it be. Your words set the tone for your energy. They are the invisible seeds of your future. If you want a prosperous tomorrow, start planting words of wealth today. Speak success into your mornings. Speak gratitude over your meals. Speak faith into your challenges. Speak abundance into your sleep. The more you align your speech with positivity, the faster your reality transforms. It's not about pretending your problems don't exist, it's about refusing to give them power with your words. When you constantly talk about how hard life is, you keep creating more hardness. But when you talk about solutions, blessings, and progress, you begin to generate momentum. Your words shape your focus, and your focus shapes your vibration. Speak as though you're already blessed, and life will rush to confirm it. To shift your language toward abundance, begin practicing conscious affirmations. Say them daily until they feel like truth. Phrases like money flows to me effortlessly. I am open and ready to receive. Everything I desire is already on its way. And I am a magnet for opportunities. Begin to rewire your subconscious mind. The subconscious doesn't question, it obeys. It takes your repeated words as commands and begins shaping reality accordingly. That's why consistency matters. The more you speak abundance, the more your subconscious aligns with it, and the more life responds in kind. But remember, it's not enough to say the words mechanically. You must speak them with feeling. Emotion is the amplifier of manifestation. When you say, I am abundant, don't whisper it in doubt, declare it with conviction. Feel the truth of it vibrate in your chest. Feel your energy expand with every affirmation. When your heart and words align, creation happens quickly. The vibration becomes undeniable, and the universe mirrors it back through synchronicities, opportunities, and material blessings. Be aware, too, of the conversations you entertain. The words of others also carry vibration. If you constantly surround yourself with people who complain, gossip, or speak negatively about money, that energy will seep into your frequency. Protect your vibration fiercely. Surround yourself with people who speak life, faith, and growth. Their words will reinforce your own, amplifying your energy of abundance. Make your words sacred. Speak them as if the universe is always saying yes, because it is. When you say, "I am wealthy," the universe says, "Yes, you are." When you say, "I can't catch a break," the universe says, "Yes, you can't." Whatever follows "I am" becomes your reality. That's the creative law. So choose your declarations wisely. Use your words to bless your life, not to bind it. Every fortune begins with a declaration. Every transformation begins with a word. Speak as the creator you are. Speak as though money already knows your name. Speak with power, clarity, and gratitude. The universe is always listening, and your words are shaping what it delivers next. Your environment is a reflection of your inner world, and it plays a huge role in your ability to attract money. The people you spend time with, the spaces you inhabit, and even the media you consume all carry energy that influences your vibration. If your surroundings are filled with negativity, scarcity, or doubt, it becomes almost impossible to maintain the frequency of abundance. Conversely, when you immerse yourself in positive, uplifting, and abundant environments, your energy rises and opportunities begin to flow toward you naturally. You are not separate from your environment. You are constantly absorbing and reflecting it. Every person you interact with contributes to your energetic state. When you're around individuals who complain, doubt, or focus on lack, their energy subtly seeps into yours, lowering your vibration without you even noticing. That's why some people feel drained after conversations. It's not just social energy, it's vibrational energy. On the other hand, being around people who speak about growth, faith, and abundance raises your frequency. Their energy rubs off on you, reinforcing your own vibration of prosperity. Choose your associations wisely, because your circle directly affects your ability to attract wealth. Your physical environment also carries energy. Clutter, disorder, and chaos create stagnant energy that blocks the flow of abundance. If your workspace or home is messy or filled with old, unused items, it sends a message to your subconscious that resources are blocked. When you create order, clear out what no longer serves you, and design spaces that feel open, clean, and inspiring, you create energetic channels that allow money and opportunity to flow freely. Feng Shui and space clearing practices are not just superstition, they are energetic alignment techniques that reinforce abundance. Media consumption matters too. Constant exposure to news about crises, failures, or lack programs your mind to focus on scarcity. Social media comparisons can trigger feelings of inadequacy, keeping you in a vibration of lack. Instead, choose content that uplifts, inspires, and motivates. Listen to stories of success, abundance, and resilience. Read books that expand your mind and vision. Watch videos that teach empowerment and prosperity principles. Every piece of information you consume shapes your frequency, either raising it toward abundance or lowering it toward limitation. Your environment also includes your habits and routines. How you start your day, the thoughts you repeat, and the rituals you engage in create a template for your energy. Morning rituals that include gratitude, visualization, affirmations, and movement elevate your vibration and align you with abundance. Conversely, starting the day with worry, rush, and negative news keeps you in scarcity. Your environment is not just external, it is internal as well. Your habits are the scaffolding for your energetic state, and consistent alignment creates consistent results. Financially successful people understand this principle intuitively. They carefully curate their surroundings to support their goals. Their offices, homes, and even social circles reinforce the energy of abundance. They avoid environments that drain their energy or trigger scarcity thinking. That doesn't mean isolation from challenges, it means conscious selection of influences that elevate rather than diminish their frequency. Your environment is a tool, and when used intentionally, it becomes a catalyst for financial growth. Even subtle environmental cues can influence your vibration. Colors, lighting, scents, and symbols in your home or office can evoke feelings of prosperity or limitation. Bright, open spaces with natural light inspire clarity and creativity. Decor that symbolizes success and abundance reminds your subconscious mind that wealth is available to you. Small changes can have profound effects because your mind and energy are highly responsive to sensory input. Nature itself is a powerful environment for abundance. Spending time outdoors walking in trees, near water, or in sunlight elevates your energy and aligns you with the natural flow of life. Nature operates in abundance effortlessly. Rivers flow, trees grow, and seasons cycle without struggle. By immersing yourself in that energy, you attune to the effortless flow of prosperity. It's no coincidence that successful people often spend time in nature, meditating, reflecting, and recharging. Your environment is also shaped by the intentions you set within it. Simply being in a positive space isn't enough, you must consciously infuse it with purpose. Declare that your home, office, or workspace is a sanctuary of abundance. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, visions, and dreams. Visual cues, inspirational quotes, and representations of wealth help reinforce your frequency daily. The universe responds not only to your internal state, but also to the physical manifestations of your intentions. Finally, understand that your environment is a mirror. If you find yourself struggling to attract money, look around and see what's influencing your energy. Change what no longer serves you. Curate your physical, social, and informational surroundings to reflect the abundance you seek. When your environment supports your frequency, when every element around you vibrates in alignment with prosperity, the flow of money becomes effortless. Money doesn't just respond to effort or skill, it responds to the energy of the environment you immerse yourself in. Align your surroundings, align your life, and watch abundance manifest naturally. Action without alignment is wasted energy. Many people believe that working harder, hustling longer, or grinding endlessly will automatically bring wealth. But effort alone cannot override energy. If your actions are rooted in fear, desperation, or doubt, they create tension, frustration, and burnout. The universe responds not to motion, but to aligned motion action that is in harmony with your beliefs, feelings, and energy. Doing less with the right vibration often yields more results than doing more with the wrong vibration. Aligned action begins with clarity. You must know what you truly want and feel it as already yours. A person who is clear about their financial goals and vibrates with confidence will naturally take the steps that lead to success. Without clarity, action becomes scattered, inconsistent, and reactive. The universe supports those who act with intention, not those who act out of panic. Your energy must lead and your action must follow. Fear-based action produces resistance. When you chase money from scarcity, every step is heavy with anxiety. You push, force, and strain, and yet results remain elusive. But when action comes from faith, confidence, and joy, it flows effortlessly. Opportunities appear, connections are made, and results multiply. The universe always favors inspired action over forced action. Effort alone cannot create abundance. It must be guided by aligned energy. Aligned action also means taking steps that feel inspired. Ideas, intuitions, and nudges are the universe's way of showing you the path of least resistance. When you act on inspired ideas, momentum builds naturally. When you ignore them or force action based on fear or habit, progress feels slow and frustrating. The key is to move with discernment, listen to your inner guidance, and allow it to direct your efforts. Consistency amplifies aligned action. Small, deliberate steps taken daily create powerful momentum. You don't need to do everything at once, you need to do the right things repeatedly with focused energy. Each aligned step compounds, creating results that appear miraculous to the outside observer. That's why people often marvel at success stories without seeing the quiet, consistent actions behind them. Aligned action also requires emotional management. You must act from a place of calm, confidence, and certainty. Emotional turbulence distorts your energy, making even productive actions less effective. Meditation, visualization, and affirmation practices help maintain emotional alignment so that every action you take resonates with abundance. Your inner state determines the effectiveness of your outer effort. Risk and courage are part of aligned action. You may need to step outside comfort zones or take calculated risks to match the vibration of abundance. Fear can make you hesitate, doubt can make you stall, and indecision can keep you stuck. But courage, guided by clarity and faith, aligns you with opportunities that would otherwise remain hidden. Aligned action requires moving forward even when the outcome is uncertain, trusting that the universe will meet your energy with provision. Aligned action is also about efficiency. Not all work brings results. Only the work that resonates with your intention creates momentum. Learn to identify tasks and efforts that are in harmony with your desired frequency. Focus on high, leverage actions, those that move you closer to abundance, and release efforts that drain your energy without reward. Energy is the currency of manifestation, and every step must honor that principle. Feedback and adaptation are essential in aligned action. The universe communicates constantly. Opportunities, synchronicities, and results are all signals. Pay attention, adjust your actions, and remain flexible. Aligned action is not rigid. It evolves as your energy and circumstances shift. The more attuned you are, the faster and smoother your progress becomes. Finally, understand that aligned action makes abundance effortless. When your beliefs, energy, and actions are in harmony, money flows naturally, doors open spontaneously, and challenges dissolve with ease. Aligned action is not just about working, it's about co-creating with the universe. It is the bridge between vision and manifestation, the practical expression of inner belief. When you combine inspired thought, aligned energy, and deliberate action, the universe conspires to deliver results beyond what you imagined. Patience is one of the most powerful yet overlooked keys to attracting money. In a world obsessed with instant results, waiting is seen as weakness, but true abundance cannot be rushed. The universe operates on perfect timing, not our schedules. Every delay, every no, and every setback is part of a divine sequence designed to prepare you for greater wealth. Impatience creates tension, frustration, and doubt, all of which block the natural flow of money. Patience, on the other hand, aligns you with the rhythm of abundance and allows the universe to deliver in full measure. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It's not sitting idly and hoping for money to appear. Rather, it's actively preparing, growing, and aligning yourself while trusting that the results will arrive at the right moment. While you wait, you refine your skills, expand your mindset, and elevate your energy. This inner preparation ensures that when opportunity arrives, you are ready to receive it fully. The universe rewards readiness, not desperation. Most people give up too soon. They expect quick results and abandon their vision when it doesn't appear immediately. That's why many never reach their potential. Patience is the distinguishing factor between those who achieve lasting wealth and those who struggle endlessly. Those who cultivate patience understand that every delay is not denial, it's a redirection towards something bigger, better, and more aligned. Trust in the process, and your energy stays calm, open, and receptive. Patience also allows you to observe and learn from the signs the universe is sending. When you rush, you often miss opportunities, guidance, or synchronicities that could have amplified your success. By slowing down, you notice patterns, recognize connections, and make wiser choices. This conscious alignment with timing increases the effectiveness of every action you take and ensures that your efforts compound instead of dissipate. Faith and patience go hand in hand. Impatience stems from doubt. Patience stems from trust. When you truly believe that the universe is conspiring in your favor, waiting becomes effortless. You know that money, opportunities, and abundance are on their way. You no longer chase, you receive. You no longer grasp, you allow. Patience transforms waiting from struggle into a period of growth and preparation. Even in financial setbacks, patience is a teacher. Losses, debts, or delays are temporary signals, not permanent failures. Patience allows you to process, recover, and plan without panic. It gives you the space to maintain high energy vibration even in the face of adversity. And when your energy remains elevated, the universe continues to respond with abundance, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Patience also builds resilience. Wealth is not just about money.